Alright, this is Andrew with Jota Home Inspections. We're doing a sewer scope today here in Taylorsville. Today is March 7th, 2025. And we have the camera pushed out 110 feet to the city connection. We're at 5625 South Rouse Drive. Now we're going to pull it back and record it and see what we find. So this is the connection between your lateral line and the main city line. That's called the nose-on. Looks like a good connection there. Little tiny lip on the edge of the joint right there. That's called an offset. You never want to have big offsets because waste can get stuck on it and create a blockage. There's another. I'd consider that one still to be pretty minor. Much bigger than that, and I'd consider it to be more moderate. Like that one's a little bit more moderate in size. Never great when you see waste in the line. One of the main things I'm looking at is whether you have any standing water. You never want to have standing water that indicates that you have improper grade. So far it looks good. Another offset there. Looks like you're going to have several moderate sized offsets. Little standing water through here. And so this is a belly. You know, there was nothing on the other end of this that could be cleaned out like a root. This is simply bad grade. And the only way to fix bad grade is to dig it up and re-slope it. You can see there's some buildup through here. That buildup can allow waste to get stuck, and that can create a blockage where it could then back up towards the house. You could have the line cleaned out, and that would at least clean out that grease and that buildup. But the only way to permanently fix the belly is to dig it up and re-slope it. Bellies are kind of unpredictable because, you know, this belly might have been here for decades really and may or may not have caused an issue. But what's tough is that just because it doesn't cause an issue for one family doesn't mean that it's not going to cause an issue for yours. You know, people use lines in different ways and put different things down the line. I would definitely recommend getting the insurance on this line. That would help offset the cost if and when there's a bigger issue. You can get it through HomeServe. And this is a clay pipe from what I can tell right here. But you can get HomeServe insurance. That's the more common coverage. You can also get it through your homeowners, but they generally have a deductible. They don't always do cleanings. HomeServe will, at least currently, they'll clean the line, and then also they'll put money towards replacement if necessary. Now we're transitioning to cast iron. As you can tell, cast iron gets real rough and rusty. Eventually it will need to be replaced, and this is what's under the house. And so when it is time to replace it, you're opening up the basement slab to get to it, which is a huge endeavor. Common for the age. I would recommend having this line coated, where they clean it with a chain. It's like a carbide tip chain, and that cuts off all that rust and scale. It's also just called descaling. That would allow you to evaluate it a little better, and then also make it smoother. I've seen houses of this age that have already had to replace their cast iron. But I also see houses built in the 1920s that are sometimes still using their original cast. And so, like I said, it's unpredictable. The insurance doesn't cover what's under the house. There's a separate coverage, but they don't cover as much. I'm going to end this recording now.